Hello, and welcome to the second edition of Saturday Morning Coffee Talk. I'm Kyle Pankey, and today we're going to talk about how the wealthy simplify charitable giving, largely through donor-advised funds. So, to start, what is a donor-advised fund? A donor-advised fund is a simple, flexible, tax-efficient way to give to charity. Now, how does a donor-advised fund work? Well, if you look on the left side of the graphic, you, the donor, gives cash or other assets to the donor advised fund. Ultimately, what the donor advised fund is it's your own personal charity. So, upon giving this gift to the charity, to your donor advised fund, you receive a tax deduction. Now, I'm not going to dive into the tax ramifications and everything today. You're able to consult a tax professional to walk you through some of that. But we'll focus on the investment side of it. So once the money's in this donor advised fund, it's irrevocable. You're unable to get it back because it is to a charity, so it has to go to another nonprofit organization. But once it's in the fund, it allows you extreme flexibility. You're able to let the assets sit there and grow over time so you can leave a larger gift later on. You're able to dole out the funds at your leisure. So if a natural disaster happens or some cause comes up that you really want to give to, you're able to gift whenever you want to, and you're able to gift to as many charities as you want to. So that's a huge thing for most people is I don't want to be locked in to just one charity or just one cause. With the donor advised fund, you're not locked into that. You could have one thing this year and 10 other things next year. It's totally up to you. So why are we seeing the wealthy use these so frequently? Well, it's pretty simple. They're tax efficient. You get an upfront tax benefit today when you need it, and you're able to dole out the money tomorrow or any day in the future when you choose to dole it out. They're flexible. You can be invested in whatever you want. You can watch the money grow. You can give the money away. It's extremely flexible, and you have sole control over it. They're simple. They're able to be set up at limited to no cost. And there's really no ongoing things that you need to do to keep up with them. But the biggest thing that we see that pushes it over the top is it's able to set up a way for people to leave a lasting legacy. So in a case we recently had, we had someone come in, a client came in and said, hey, I want to be charitable. I just don't know where I want to give the money to yet, but I'll figure that part out. Well, they're able to, one, take the tax benefit today for giving to the donor advised fund. They're able to have that flexibility to choose whatever charities they want once they decide on the charities. It's a simple setup process. You don't have to go to an estate attorney and do all of that and talk to accountants. You can set it up simply. And then we're able to leave a lasting legacy. So one thing that was big for this individual was they wanted to be able to give money after their passing. So we are able to actually set that up in the donor advised fund where we can give for multiple years after the individual has actually passed away. And that's how we create that long-term legacy that this person wanted to achieve. And the legacy piece is unmatched because the only other way you can give money after your passing is if you give it all right after your passing. And a lot of charities aren't equipped to handle large sums of money coming into them like that. Now let's compare donor advised funds with other methods. You might be asking yourself, why don't I just donate to the charity right away? Well, that's a fine option too, and works for a lot of people. But one of the things you don't get when you give just direct donations to charity is you don't get that ongoing control. You don't get the ability to give money whenever you want or change charities whenever you want. So if you have charities in your estate planning documents, it's super complex to change. It's a headache. It's a nightmare. I get it. That's where the donor advised fund comes in. You set them as the beneficiary of X amount of dollars you want to give to charity. And then from there, on the donor advised fund side, you're able to change those charities as often as you'd like. Charities change, they come, they go. maybe different things matter to you down the line, we're able to easily change that with a donor advised fund. And I'm not going to dig into every step on the table, but ultimately the setup cost is low. They're very simple to use. You can control them forever, and you continue to get that tax benefit. If you want to learn more about donor advised funds and what we do, feel free to reach out to us here, because we truly believe here at Retirement Solutions that giving is not just about making a donation, but about making a difference. And donor advised funds are a great way to make a lasting difference.